Her words landed harder than any slap. I should have married Bryan. For a moment, the whole world froze. The air, my heartbeat, even the ticking clock on the kitchen wall, all stopped. Sarah's voice still echoed in my mind, sharp and venomous, final.
I didn't yell back.
I just stood there, my hand stiff on the table, the coffee in my cup trembling. It wasn't just what she said, it was the way she said it. Like she'd practiced it. Like she meant every word. Say that again, I whispered. My voice came out softer than I intended, almost pleading. She blinked, realizing what had slipped out. But her pride wouldn't let her take it back. You heard me, Daniel, she snapped, arms crossed, eyes blazing. At least he wouldn't have turned out like this. Bitter, boring, broke.
I didn't hear the rest.
My chest felt hollow. Bryan, her old college friend. The one who'd recently started checking in. The one she laughed about over texts. The one she swore was just a friend. I swallowed hard. You've been talking to him again, haven't you? She flinched, barely, but I saw it. The kind of flinch you can't fake after 8 years of marriage. 8 years of small apartments, late-night talks, shared dreams, and bills that always seemed a little more than we could handle. I thought we were a team, fighting through the hard days together. But lately, she drifted away. Her smile felt polite. Her laughter thinner. She stayed out late more often, worked dinners, nights out with friends. I wanted to believe her. I tried. But every time her phone buzzed and she tilted the screen away, something twisted inside me. And now that feeling had a name. Bryan. I looked across the table at my wife, the same woman who once cried tears of joy when I surprised her with a cupcake because we couldn't afford a real birthday cake. Now, she looked at me like I was a weight she couldn't wait to drop. What are you trying to say? I asked quietly. She threw up her hands. I'm saying I'm tired, Daniel. Tired of this. Of you coming home with nothing to say, but how much you hate your job. Of pretending everything's fine when it's not. I clenched my jaw. So, what, your answer is Bryan? Her eyes flashed. At least he listens. There it was. The truth she didn't mean to say out loud. I stood slowly, the chair scraping across the tile. How long, Sarah? She hesitated, and that was all the answer I needed. I turned to the window, staring out at the gray evening. The streetlights flickered on, bathing the street in dull orange. My reflection looked like someone else, someone tired, defeated. Behind me, her voice softened. It's not what you think, Daniel. Then tell me what it is. Silence. My fingers curled against the glass. Did you sleep with him, Sarah? Please. Did you? Her lips trembled. It just happened. I let out a shaky laugh. That's how you describe it? Like tripping over a step? Tears filled her eyes. I didn't mean to. You didn't mean to? My voice cracked. You didn't mean to betray me? To lie? To come home and kiss me after being with him? She started crying, but I couldn't feel anything. My chest was too heavy, too fractured. Every heartbeat felt like a bruise. I didn't want to hurt you, she whispered. Then why did you? I don't know, she shouted. Maybe because I don't even know who we are anymore. You stopped seeing me, Daniel. You stopped trying. Her voice broke. She was shaking, torn between guilt and anger. And for one cruel second, I almost believed her. Because, in a way, she was right. I had stopped seeing her. Somewhere between the long hours, the bills, the exhaustion, I stopped noticing how her laughter had changed. But betrayal doesn't vanish with excuses. Where is he now? I asked quietly. She froze. That told me enough. He's waiting for you, isn't he? Her silence was deafening. The room felt smaller. The smell of burnt coffee, the hum of the fridge, the weight of everything we'd become. I stepped toward her. She backed away, covering her mouth. Daniel, please don't. I'm not going to hurt you, I said softly. But you need to understand what you've done. She looked terrified, not because I was angry, but because I wasn't. Because I was calm. I gave you everything, I said. Every dream, every dollar, every stupid joke just to make you smile. And all it took was one man to make you forget it all. Her lips quivered. I made a mistake. No, I said, shaking my head. A mistake is spilling coffee. This was a choice. I turned away, walking toward the bedroom. She followed, crying, apologizing, but her words shattered on the floor, too broken to mean anything. When I came back, I was holding her phone. She gasped. Unlock it, I said. Daniel. Unlock it. Her shaking hands entered the passcode. I scrolled. Message after message. Miss you. Wish you were here. Can't wait till it's over. Photos. Late night texts. Every word a knife. Every image a wound. You were planning to leave me, I said flatly. Tears streamed down her face. I didn't know how, she whispered. So, you kept me around until you figured it out? My voice cracked. Was I that pathetic to you? Daniel, please. I hurled the phone onto the table. The screen cracked, a spiderweb of glass spreading across it. That's when she shouted it again. I should have married Bryan, and this time I didn't stop her. I didn't argue. I just looked at her long enough for her to realize she'd finally said what she'd been holding inside. I nodded slowly. Maybe you should have. Her eyes widened. What? You're right, I said, stepping back. You should have married Bryan. Maybe then, when he gets tired of you, you'll know what it feels like to be replaced. Her face went pale. Daniel. I walked to the bathroom door and said quietly, You can pack your things when you're done crying. Then I closed it, not slammed, just firm. When the latch clicked, she broke. Her sobs came from the other side, muffled by the wood between us. That door, just a slab of wood, became everything that now stood between us. Love, trust, memories, all locked away, unreachable. I sat on the edge of the bed for what felt like hours, staring at nothing. Funny how love dies. It doesn't explode, it just fades. First the laughter, then the warmth, then the trust, until only silence remains. When I heard the bathroom door open, she came out with red, swollen eyes and trembling hands. She looked smaller somehow. I'm leaving, she whispered. I nodded. I know. She lingered in the doorway, waiting for me to stop her. But I didn't. I couldn't. As she walked out, the house felt emptier, colder, but lighter, too. And when the door closed behind her, I realized something. Sometimes the cruelest revenge isn't payback. It's letting them live with what they've destroyed. That night, I sat by the window again, watching the same streetlights flicker outside. The coffee on the table had gone cold. Her words still echoed in my head. I should have married Bryan. But this time, I didn't feel anger. I felt clarity. Because one day, when the thrill fades and the truth catches up, she'll realize she never chose love. She just chased attention. And by then, I'll be long gone. Not bitter. Not broken. Just free.